is up, YouTube? E-HeroesForged coming at y'all with another deck profile. Really an updated deck profile. It's going to be a little different from the last one I put out going into the Bonanza tournament, but I do think it is very efficient. The deck ran very well. I did not get the results I was looking for, but I do believe the deck ran as efficient as I thought it would. I'm not the best Sky Striker player, so there was mistakes on my part that cost me games, timing issues, and I'll get into that when I get into some cards. But other than that, the deck ran very, very well. I think I easily could have made, top 4 or 5. There was about 20-ish people there, maybe. Not a huge turnout, but I do think the deck performed very, very well. We went 2-2. And like I said, that record could have easily been 3-1. Not quite sure about 4-0. One of the matchups was pretty tough, but like I said, it's just mistakes on my part. That's what led to me losing. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But without further ado, let's get into this deck profile and let me know what you guys think. We will start off with the main deck. So no surprise here. We have 3 Ray and 1 Rose. I'm only running, that's the only Sky Striker monsters I run on the deck. I keep it very, very low. I can get Ray whenever I need it, and I don't want to see this in my opening hand. I'd rather dump this, or if I need to, search it. And this was one of the cards that came up a lot today too, or the other day, because there was times where I would forget that if one of my Sky Striker monsters on the field leaves the field or is destroyed or whatever, that I needed to special summon her, and I forgot to do that. So, yeah, it cost me games. So, little easy things like that is what can cost you a game. But other than that, I mean, it wasn't too bad. For the spell lineup, we have 3 Engage. Anybody running less than 3 is crazy. 3 Widow Anchor, same thing. This was one of my mistakes as well. So, me being not a seasoned vet as far as Sky Striker, with the Sky Striker spells, everyone knows you can't have monsters in your main monster zone, and to activate your spells, it has to be empty. So I went for the OTK, and I had 2 Widow Anchors set face down. So instead of me Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, I just activated this, took the monster, and then wanted to activate this, and completely forgot to, create a chain. So that cost me a game as well. And then the big change from my other lineup is I decided to go with 3 linkage, and I gotta say, this came in so good. Like, yeah, the win results weren't there, but that was for other mistakes. This card put in a lot of work. 9 times out of 10, yeah, if I did see it in my first hand, sometimes it was a dead card, but not most of the day, it was a starter for me. And it was nothing for me to Widow Anchor to take something and then put it up in my extra monster zone, activate linkage, and then do what I had to do. So this came out very, very good. We have 1 Hornet Drone, 1 multi-roll. I don't like this at 2. I like it at 1. I know I hear some Sky Striker players talking about, well, if you lose this multi-roll and you can't get it back, you want to have that second one. Well, I also don't want to draw 2 of these in open in hand either. So, and I can go get this card anytime I need it. So I think 1 was good, and I always had it on field. This was another instance that I messed up on because, with this card, you can reset spells from your grave with the ones that you played during the turn as long as this is face up. I would forget to reset spells, so I could have easily went back to get a Widow Anchor, a Shark Cannon, or whatever. So, guys, lots of misplays the other day, and we still came out 2-2. Like I said, the deck ran phenomenal. Speaking of Shark Cannon, we run 2 Shark Cannon, 1 Afterburner, and the 1 Area 0, and that is it for the Sky Striker lineup. And for the side engine, really, we do 3 Thrust. Had a buddy who was pulling cards, and he pulled 2 Thrust and wasn't running it, so he said, hey man, you want to run this? And I was like, yeah. So I threw these right in there because I only had one at the time. So I had three. So it really, kind of amped the deck up because, we were straight into 3 talents. And then for some one-ofs, these are just a little different than what you might be used to seeing, other than the one rota. I ran 1 day apiece. It may seem a little crazy, but like this will buy you some time. It gives you the draw. You give your opponent a card, but they can't attack you, so you're going to survive another turn. I did time tearing Morganite because drawing 2 every single turn is pretty great, and I believe it gives you 2 normal summons. Yeah, and it can give you 2 normal summons, so it kind of just made sense. Draw 2 instead of 1. Who wouldn't? For grind game, I did Pot of Avarice. 9 times out of 10, it was just going back and getting my extra deck monsters and maybe Rose if she was in there. Sometimes Ray. That's only if I had multiple Rays. If I had multiple Rays, then yeah, I would go hit one of those. And then for some of the 3-ofs, we have 3 Upstart. And then probably the questionable part of this lineup is coming. Some board breakers. I main decked 2 Dark Rulers. I have seen at some of my locals where they will have like Yugioh on the field, and they'll have 6-7 negates, and I just can't get through it. So drop this, and it kind of burns through their negates, and then drop a lightning storm on them. And that's for their back row and really their monsters too. 2 Regeki. And a little change, you probably won't see this in any other Sky Striker deck. I only ran these 2 cards because there's a lot of Runic where I'm at, so we ran 2 Twin Twisters to kill some of that back row. I beat 1 Runic player and I lost to another one. Shout out to Dark Magician Tactics. He really hit me with the grind game in the games we played. With the extra deck, so not much really changed here. We do 3 Kagari, 3 Shizuku, 2 Hayate, 1 Kana, 1 Azalea, 1 Zeke, 1 Temperance. We do a very small Nightmare package, and then access code. If I had SP, I would have ran SP. I wouldn't have ran the Cerberus. I didn't go into those at all. So those 2 cards you really could call a waste. And then for the side deck. Alright, in the side we have 3 Deep Barrier, 3 Evenly, 3 Solemn Judgment, 1 There Can Be Only One, 2 Droplet. I considered main decking this and decided to put it in the side deck instead. And to round it off, 3 Droll. Every single match I play, it seems like Droll is the one thing that just hits people. It just kind of hurts them, and it does the most damage as far as them adding cards to their hand. But other than that, guys, that's all I got for y'all today. I hope y'all really enjoyed the deck profile. If you have any suggestions, leave it down in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, what are y'all doing, guys? Until then, I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a good day.